All right, YouTube. This Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit, back with another video. It's early Wednesday morning, and we have to talk about the latest at the DNC convention. Never did I think in my lifetime that I would see a political convention and rally that offered free abortions and vasectomies. Trucks outside of a convention in Chicago offering the inhabitants of that city free abortions and vasectomies in trucks. Now, we know that the last rally and convention that Kamala had, she had Megan Thee Stallion twerking. This one, she brings out another rapper, Little John. Now, what's interesting is the Obamas came out, Hillary Clinton came out. All the usual players of the Democratic Party were in attendance. You had protesters and mayhem outside in the streets, protesting and shouting and fighting the police alongside abortion trucks and vasectomies. I mean, we have to be honest at this point. There's something disturbingly wrong with the Democratic Party. And before I go any further, I want to read something to you guys out of the Bible. We're going to read out the Bible for just for a minute. Bear with me. It says, fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great. She has become a dwelling for demons and a hunt for every impure spirit, a hunt for every clean bird, a hunt for every unclean and detestable animal. For all nations have drunk the maddening wine of her adulteries. The kings of the earth committed adultery with her, and the merchants of the earth grew rich from her excessive luxuries. Warning to escape Babylon's judgment. Then I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people, so that you will not share in her sins, so they will not receive any of her plagues, for her sins are piled up to heaven, and God has remembered her crimes. Give back to her as she is given. Pay her back double for what she has done. Out of the Bible. In the history of the world, you've never seen any country as wicked as this country is becoming. Think about it. While they're in there celebrating and rallying and talking at their convention, people are outside having abortions, almost like they're opening up some type of portal. Where is their power coming from that they could even do this? Where is the Democratic Party's power source that they can get away with changing the nationality of their candidates in the front of the masses? It's almost like there's a spell over black people that they can't even recognize evil. Have they been blinded? What's going on? Then I did a video yesterday on Steve Harvey and the sororities, the Greek sororities that are bagging this lady. This is very sinister, and we have to call it what it is. You know what I mean? This battle is not between Republican and Democrat. It's against good and evil, God and the devil. Now, I'm not going to talk to you much longer. I want you to see this clip and bear with me and watch this clip and think about what you're seeing. Think about their rally. Think about the rappers, the twerking. Think about the debauchery and the evilness that has become their policy. Let's watch this clip.
Live from the DNC, and guess who else is here? Planned Parenthood. Of course they are. They're in town for the DNC, and they're giving away more than just t-shirts, more than just stickers. Listen to this. They are handing out free abortions and vasectomies. A Planned Parenthood branch out of St. Louis posting this. Here we come, Chicago. Our mobile health clinic will be in the West Loop August 19th to 20th, providing free vasectomies and medication abortion. Emergency contraception will also be available for free without an appointment. Now, it's not only that, there is, and we'll put this picture up, an 18-foot IUD, 18 foot. I'll be on the lookout for it. I guess it will be kind of hard to miss, but they're calling this Frida Womb. That is the name of this
Now you have to tell me, a 8-foot IUD made like a statue, given a name called Free the Womb. You can't tell me that you do not see the evil and the satanic and demonic forces that are being summoned through their congregation. I know this is not like any other video I've done, but we have to pay attention and watch this so that we are not complicit in what we're seeing and what's going down. Now, because of this video's content, I know YouTube's not going to push it. So I need my subscribers to share this video, support this channel, support the things that you know are right. Because without your support, they're already shadow banning me. I need your help with supporting this channel. Let's think about what you're seeing. They made a statue of an IUD. Let's watch the rest.
18-foot IUD here at the DNC. Emily, when you combine this with Kamala Harris being the first vice president to visit an abortion providing facility like Planned Parenthood, at a certain point, this starts to feel like celebrating abortion.
Oh, it most definitely is. And it's also total theater, right? Because all this time we've been hearing that what the Democrat Party cares about, and in contrast.
Is it theater or is it a ritual? Is it a modern day sacrificial ritual? Is it? Allegedly, is it? All of this was planned and done and executed in Chicago. Have you studied the history of Margaret Sanger, who created Planned Parenthood? How she was in eugenics and how she felt about minorities and population control and her affiliation with those characters out of Germany. What's really going on, people? You have to ask yourself at this point.
To the Republican Party is truly the plight of underserved communities and underserved women. So if that were true, why isn't the messaging actually going to those underserved communities? Why is it simply going to where all the media is camped out at a convention hall? What is incumbent now, and I extend my comments from the first block, is that the Republicans need to come out with counter messaging. They need to come out and articulate, well, while you guys are celebrating abortion, we have people that were simply praying in clinics and now they're facing untenable terms in federal prison. They need to come out and say, oh, if you care so much about this, then shouldn't you care about the right as an American voter to have that power retained in your local voting position? The messaging really matters, because this kind of gimmicky stuff is the kind of stuff that was sold all throughout little shops on the West Coast and in every coastal town. People wear it on t-shirts, right? They love the slogans. So let's be the GOP, double down on the specificity and why it impacts and how it impacts every voter.
Tammy, I just couldn't believe when I saw, free abortions here at the DNC.
Who could they actually market this type of evil and wickedness to? I mean, really? Just a truck in the streets giving vasectomies and abortions, while the Democrats are in there having a political convention with rappers and dubious people who should be already incarcerated for war crimes and all type of things. Who are they marketing to? Do you love liberalism more than you love God and righteousness? Is the question that a lot of people have to ask themselves, because this is taking a turn for the sinister, to say the least.
DNC. Tim Young is a comedian, and here's how he put it, and it just goes to how cavalier they're making this issue. Tim Young said this: JD Vance is weird. Also, it's totally normal for there to be a mobile abortion and vasectomy van that shows up outside of the DNC for totally normal people to get abortions and vasectomies like they're going to a taco truck.
Yeah. It's look, I think I probably have more pro-choice friends than others on the panel here. People know my background with the National Organization for Women. Classical liberals and the majority of Democrats embraced safe, legal, and rare.
Yes.
This is ghoulish. It is not what anyone wanted. And I think part of the argument, they talk about joy for the future and optimism. Deciding you're not going to have children, or you're going to have a vasectomy, and you're going to be you're going to have abortions, and you want one right now, that is a statement that you have no hope in the future. 70% of abortions happen because of economic reasons. I want women, and this is a perfectly conservative argument, to be able to, if there is a surprise in their life, medically or with a pregnancy, that instead of saying, oh my God, I can't do this because the Harris economy makes me have to work 2 jobs and I'm barely paying the rent, that you can say, yes, I can do this. And yet this contradiction, this ghoulish obscenity for the Democrats, say, oh, we're looking optimistically to the future. This puts the lie to that immediately on its face.
Tammy, that is so well said, and you are absolutely correct about the economic reasons. Polling does show that most women do want to keep their child if they have the financial means to do so, which is why Rubio has a plan that I wish the party would double down on for women, giving them that economic opportunity, Unborn Child Support Act, and so on and so forth. But you make a really important point. Safe, legal, and rare was the Democratic mantra in 2008. Let's play it.
Therefore, what I have worked for many years is to make abortion safe, legal, and rare.
What happened to that, Marie?
Well, first, let's go back to our Fox polling from this morning, that abortion and healthcare are the 3rd and 4th highest ranked issues that voters care about. On the first, Kamala Harris outpolls Donald Trump by 16 points, and on healthcare by 11. And I think one of the reasons for that is because Kamala Harris and other national Democrats have talked about abortion as healthcare, which it is. In Republican-led states where they have banned abortion, we have women in ER bathrooms almost bleeding to death because doctors. Wait, let me finish, Kaylee. Let me finish.
What happened to safe, legal, and rare, Marie?
Because doctors are terrified because of Republican legislators of treating women who medically need what is technically an abortion. And I think it should be safe, legal, and rare. I think Democrats do better when we don't appear to be celebrating abortion. But I think when we remind people that it is a health care necessity in some cases for women for health reasons. And on the flip side, Donald Trump refuses to say whether he would sign a nationwide abortion ban, which again doesn't just impact women who choose not to have a child, who choose not to.
Very clear.
But women who, for health reasons, are not able to carry a child to term. Republicans have become so extreme on this. JD Vance is incredibly extreme on this. And I think Democrats do best, to your point, Kaylee,
let me ask
when
you
they
one
say
thing.
safe, legal, and rare.
Marie, let me ask you one thing before I get Charlie in here. What about Tim Walz and the babies that survived medical abortions, and at least 9 on his watch were not given treatment in Minnesota? Should Democrats have to address that extremity? Born alive infants not given care.
Think about this. Tim Walz, the guy that wanted to put tampons in the boys' bathroom, who allegedly supported gender reassignment for a 6-year-old, allegedly. You can look into it. Did you hear what they just said? Infants were born alive and weren't given treatment. And Kamala, the Indian woman who became black, the Hindu woman. These are the candidates who are having this convention and rally where outside they are getting abortions and vasectomies in a black impoverished community that suffers from gang violence and being overrun with immigrants right outside their doors. The Bible also says, my people suffer and perish from a lack of knowledge. You must come out of that party because It seems so demonic at this time. Doesn't it seem demonic and wicked? These activities and the celebration is almost like Aleister Crowley summoning demons through portals that are created through debaucherous rituals. Really think about what's going on right now, people.
I think the Democrats have been very clear that they want a return to what Roe v. Wade had in place nationally. And that when it is left up to the states, it results in women in danger, medically in danger. We have already seen real life examples of American women almost bleeding to death because doctors are terrified that they cannot give them care.
You know, Charlie, I do want to bring this up to you. Planned Parenthood, Great Rivers, they said this, quote, "We currently have a wait list for free vasectomies. Repost to spread the word." I'll leave you with that, Charlie.
Yeah, no, it's all very dark, and of course, all of the very weird. The idea that you're going to have a taco truck offering free vasectomies at the DNC. If you're going to do that, I can think of no better place than the DNC to offer such things. But it is all very bizarre. It's very weird. I don't think that this is where the majority of American voters are on this issue. And I think that, quite frankly, Republicans are far more in line with the views of voters than the ninth month abortions, and people have faith that states can handle this issue responsibly.
And that is Trump's position in a nutshell. All right.
Modern people often ask themselves, why do I have to study history?
All I can say is, wow. At this point, we would have to truly say, to support that party and what they're doing is pure evil. There is no other way. This world and what we're seeing right now is unbelievably bizarre and wicked. A giant 18-foot IUD, free abortion trucks in front of the convention, rappers out of Atlanta celebrating and dancing in one of the most violent cities in America, almost like they're celebrating the carnage that goes on in Chicago. I'm going to ask my subscribers, please support this channel and like and share the video, because this channel is being shadow banned and it's being suppressed because of messages like this. But if you watch this entire video and you've seen what I seen and you recognize it for what it is, you have to stand up, because at this point you're either on the side of God or you're on the side of Satan. I'm going to end on that note because this is deep for a Wednesday morning. So this is Detroit's HPTV, signing to you out Detroit. Support the nonprofit Black Thought, Detroit's Black Thought and Action Collector out of Detroit. The Cash App is in the description. As always, salute to all patriots. Always keep your head on the swivel. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.